I always thought the attic was just a dusty storage space, a forgotten corner of my grandparents' old house. But that changed the day I heard a soft, rhythmic tapping from above. It was subtle at first, almost like a gentle knock, but persistent enough to draw me upstairs. Among the boxes and cobwebs, I found an old puppet, its eyes seemingly locked onto mine, following me as I moved around the room. I should have left it alone, but curiosity got the better of me. It wasn't until the puppet started moving on its own that I realized I had awakened something far more sinister than a childhood toy. Grandpa had always been tight-lipped about his past, but the night after I found the puppet, I dreamt of a man who looked eerily like him, only younger. The man was frantically packing a suitcase, glancing over his shoulder with terror etched across his face. In his haste, he dropped a photograph, an image of a family standing beside the very puppet, all smiling except for one. The child in the picture had the same hollow, haunted eyes as the puppet. I woke up in a sweat, the puppet now at the foot of my bed, its wooden limbs splayed awkwardly. I spent the next day researching, digging through family history and dusty archives. It turned out my grandfather wasn't the first to own the puppet. Each previous owner, going back generations, had met an untimely, mysterious end. The puppet, it seemed, was cursed, binding itself to whoever dared disturb its rest. The more I read, the more I understood the pattern. The puppet absorbed the fear of its owners, feeding off their terror until it ultimately claimed them. My heart pounded with the realization that my time was running out. Desperate to break the cycle, I confronted my grandfather, who finally confessed through tears. He had tried to escape its grasp by ignoring it, but the puppet was relentless. The only way to end its reign was to confront it head-on, to acknowledge its presence and offer it a new host willingly. As the puppet's eyes bore into mine, I made a decision that would change my family's legacy forever. I left a note for the next unsuspecting soul, placing the puppet back in the attic. As I closed the door, I felt its gaze shift, knowing it would wait patiently for its next victim.